Hey folks, we are back.
How not to broadcast.
Over the Line Sports, episode 7.
Yes, it is. Number 7. That comes after 6.
After 6. Just figured that out the other day.
Yeah, well, I can count.
That's good. Me too.
I try.
I want to thank everybody that's continued to support this, listen to it, given me some honest and positive feedback. I really appreciate it. Got a good show for you here today. We are joined again by Steve, the legend. How you doing?
I'm here. Yeah, I'm happy to be here once again in the Felony Flat studio.
Yeah, I'm excited. So,
yeah, me too.
Got a good show. Going to jump into this here. You know who Trent Williams is?
I do, yeah.
Tackle for the Washington Redskins.
Yep.
He has put it out there to the public for a while now that he does not trust the Washington Redskins team or doctors. And it recently came out that he was diagnosed with a very rare form of cancer of the brain, I believe. And his doctors in Washington, the ones who diagnosed it, considered it minor. But he also said he almost died.
Well, he's got cancer of the brain, or a form of cancer in the brain. So that's never a good thing.
No.
So I wouldn't trust the team doctors either if they either missed it or misdiagnosed it.
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't miss it. They saw it, but they downplayed it to the point of something minor.
Right. And he almost died.
Yeah, that's not minor.
And he recently, the trade deadline passed. He wasn't traded. Washington wanted a first. Teams offered him seconds for him. They said no. He has reported to the team because he was holding out, and he didn't pass the physical because the helmet wouldn't fit. He said the helmet was causing him pain, which was a direct correlation to the cancer. His head was hurting and the helmet related to the cancer?
Yeah. Did his head swell?
They couldn't find a helmet to fit his head.
Did his head get bigger?
It must have. The thing I don't get is...
I don't think the skull grows. Well, the head doesn't get bigger because you have brain cancer. Now, maybe it's more sensitive. Right. But if it's that sensitive, you shouldn't be playing the game.
No, I agree with that.
I don't know about the, it's like the John Matuzak thing in Goonies, right? I mean, that guy had a massive noggin. Hey, you guys! Baby Ruth. Right, that's what it makes me think of when you say your head got bigger because of a. I'm not laughing because of the brain tumor. I'm just going. It just strikes me as what was his name? Sloth.
Yeah, Sloth. He wore the Superman shirt.
The guy was massive, man. John Matuzak was a big guy, but he also was a steroid fiend and died because of it. But
I did not know that.
Oh yeah, oh my God, the guy was massive. Yeah, and I do believe buried in Portland. John Matuzak. Yeah. But the line, we have to find a soundbite and
put it in there.
Let you listen to what. Hey, you guys! It's just like, it's just hilarious. And when Chunk is eating a baby Ruth, and he's like, "Baby Ruth." And he's bouncing in the chair trying to. So yes, Trent Williams, not to be confused with Sloth and John Matuzak, but I think it was more of a sensitivity issue than
I think that's
the helmet
probably
thing.
Better.
But honestly, if it's that bad, don't play. Just call it good, man. And if it was misdiagnosed, which it sounds like it was,
right?
I wouldn't trust the doctors either. But they're not cancer specialists. They're not tumor specialists.
Right.
If one of my players had anything that was just sort of suspicious in the head, man, they'd be going to a specialist right away. Because if he almost dies,
right?
Like I could see a huge malpractice suit, coming. Oh yeah, massive malpractice suit. So, but he's back. And
right, he's not practicing.
But he's past the death. Sentence.
Right.
But it still affected the rest of his life in a very adverse way.
Well, and I get now why this never came out until recently. I now get why he wanted out of Washington.
Yeah, well, no kidding.
Because he's been pretty open about it, even up until last year. He's like, I don't want to be here.
Yeah.
I want to be traded. I wish the best for him. I hope he does get traded to a team that he actually trusts.
But will he play?
I think he'd have. I don't know how that would work.
Yeah, I don't know if
he'd have to do it again. Another test.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's just dangerous, messing with the rest of your life.
Right.
You got to remember that this is a game.
Right.
You know, it's a game, and you don't want to. It's a violent game. It's a collision game. It's an impact game, and it's going to affect the rest of your life. But man, when it comes to a brain, I guess, tumor or a cancer, come on, yeah. Let's step away and take a look at what's really important.
I agree. Well, I wish, like I said, the best for him.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But we'll see.
Yeah.
Did you see that the NCAA has finally voted to allow players to be compensated?
Yep, I saw that.
That is amazing.
Well, it's huge, and it's a lot different than being paid to play.
Right.
And I totally agree. If the school is going to make money off of their players' likeness,
right,
whether it's like games, you know, like the football games and Xbox 360, you know, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I think it's completely unfair that the players are not compensated.
Right.
But I do not think they should be paid a stipend to play.
Right, they're on a scholarship.
They're in a scholarship, and they're getting hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of education for playing a sport. But when they make a profit off of their likeness, now that I totally agree with that. Massive win for the NCAA players.
EA Sports made so much money off of those games. I remember back playing in the day. Reggie Bush played for USC, and I never really put the two and two together till the other day. They never put last names on the jerseys in those games because they would have to be compensated for that. So you knew who number 5 was on USC, but it didn't say Reggie Bush. It just said number 5, no nameplate. I think it's a win for them.
Yeah,
because a lot of these guys have even said it. Superstars that played at the college level said, "Yeah, I'm getting paid. I'm playing the game on a scholarship, but doesn't necessarily mean I have money."
No, it doesn't mean they have money, but at the same time, they should not be paid to play.
No, I agree with that.
They're not professionals, and if you get paid, you're a professional. You're still an amateur. That's what I think screwed the Olympics.
Yeah,
starting bringing in pro players.
Yeah.
You know, the Olympics was designed for amateur players, not, you know, the dream team.
Right.
You know, hey, let's bring Michael Jordan, you know, in to play basketball. And, you know, I mean, come on, Magic Johnson.
Right.
Yeah, come on. I mean, college players dream of going to the Olympics, and now they can't because they're competing with professionals.
Right.
And, you know, if they start playing college football players, then they're considered professional. But yeah, pay them for their likeness. Absolutely. They own their likeness.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So they're talking about bringing back some more NCAA games, which would be huge because I don't know if you remember, but a couple years ago, the last one they made was 2014 because players said, I'm not going to allow you to make a game, use all my attributes, and not pay me for it. And just say, oh, well, you're a student athlete.
Well, that's retroactive then.
Yeah.
You know, if they're going to go retroactive, I don't know if that might be kind of, you know, splitting hairs. But, I mean, if they can, awesome. But, you know, if they're going to go retroactive, how far back are they going to go?
Right.
All of a sudden, you're going to have the Reggie Bushes go, hey, man, you owe me money.
Right.
You owe me a lot of money. So, you know, you got to have common sense, depending on how far back you go.
Yeah, we'll see how that plays out. But I am excited. I'm excited for those guys
to
make money.
Yeah.
So,
I agree.
Josh Gordon.
Flash Gordon.
Recently put on IR by New England with a minor injury. And per NFL rules, if you put a player on the IR due to a minor injury, they have to pass through waivers eventually. You have to release them, basically. The intention by the team per the NFL is you don't want to lose him, but you don't want him to play. So they cut him. Seattle picked him up. They were the only team to put a claim in on Josh Gordon. All the other teams passed on him. There were a couple needy teams at receiver. I thought Pittsburgh could have really used him.
Yeah, but look at look at his history, man. I mean, yeah, and why he went on IR. There's some speculation about what he actually did, but the guy, come on, the guy's got a history of stupid decision making. I mean, stupid decision. I'm surprised Cleveland hung on to him for as long as they did.
Yeah,
I would have cut that guy a long time ago. You're going all the way back to 2013. Get suspended 2 games for substance abuse. 2014, arrested for driving impaired, suspended 10 games. Substance abuse. 2015, gone the entire season.
Yep.
Comes back July 25th, reinstated, but he's suspended for the first 4 games. I mean, we have a long history. Forget the injury stuff. Get rid of him because he's a freaking drug addict and can't clean up. Now, I totally believe in second, third, fourth chances, whatever, if there's improvement, but I know this guy's not really improving. And then he goes to the Patriots in 2018. And then in mid-December he goes, you know what, I'm going to step away from football. I'm going to focus on mental health. Good for you, Flash, if you really did it, but you didn't do it. And then he's put on waivers in 2019, just a couple of days ago, October 31st. And then Seattle goes, that's the quality guy we want in our locker room. A guy that cannot control his substance abuse. And I pretty much will just throw it out there. He is going to screw up again.
You think so?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you go that far back to 2013 and the guy can't clean up. What's Seattle going to do that the Patriots couldn't do? Bill Belichick. I mean, come on.
I hope he stays clean. He has been clean this year.
I do too. I mean, you wish the best, but come on, man. The history is there.
Right. We talked about it,
give him time, yeah.
Sean and I did when he got reinstated because... Yeah. And we kind of hit on the substance abuse issues in the past. And last year, he said he was stepping away. It actually turned out he failed another drug test. Yep. I really hope he stays clean because I really like him. Here's my only concern.
Only one?
One of the big ones.
One of multiple.
He's been sober this whole year from what we've seen. I hope...
He hasn't been caught. Yet.
Anything's happened.
Yeah, he hasn't been caught yet. Maybe you hope he's been, sober and clean, but my impression is like most addicts, they haven't been caught again yet. So fingers crossed he is clean. Fingers crossed. Yeah.
There's only one team I think that could hold him to the standard of not using again, and that was the Patriots.
Or the county jail.
We don't go that far.
There's a high standard right there.
But Pete Carroll, as much as players seem to love him, he's not a very disciplinary type of coach.
Well, he's kind of like a minor Belichick. He does take a lot of players that have been in trouble in the past and tries to clean them up a bit, but not the same as Belichick.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think the difference between that really is Bill doesn't play any shit. You fuck up.
No, yeah.
You're gone.
You're gone.
I really hope that...
It's like any good parent.
Right.
Give the kid a chance, help him out, but eventually you got to just say, okay, I have nothing left to give you.
Right. So I hope Seattle gives him a supportive environment. I hope they continue to stress his sobriety because when he's sober, I mean, we saw it last year. He was a game changer.
He's an amazing player.
Yeah, this year...
the guy's gifted.
He looked a little slower than usual. I don't know what was happening, but... we'll see if he can make it in Seattle. I will tell you that Russell Wilson
He's kind of excited.
He's very excited.
Yeah.
I hope Wilson can kind of create that bond with him and kind of take him under his wing almost.
Well, you kind of have the same hope with Brady and Antonio Brown. But I mean, Brady was excited and hoping to take him under his wings, but Brown didn't have a chance to have a cup of coffee there.
Right.
So
one game and gone.
Yeah. So fingers crossed. Flash Gordon.
He's gone off the rails.
Yeah.
He's nuts. He's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I think you might be familiar. Nick Bosa, Joey Bosa. Absolutely crushing.
Tearing it up, man.
They are so good.
Yep.
They were both named AFC and NFC Players of the Week. Joey plays for the Chargers. Nick plays for San Francisco.
Yeah, Joe was drafted 3rd overall in 2016, and Nick 2nd overall in 2019. I mean, and they come from an incredible line, lineage-wise, football-wise. But I'm not really as familiar with Joey Bosa, but, man, I love watching Nick Bosa play.
He can play.
He's a quick DN, man. He is fat. Well, they both are.
Yeah.
But I'm really impressed with Nick a lot.
Yeah, especially as a rookie.
Oh, yeah.
I will admit I initially didn't like Joey Bosa because he had a very, very lengthy holdout his rookie year with the Chargers. His mom wanted him to pull an Eli and say, I'm not playing for you guys. Because Eli was drafted by the Chargers and said, fuck off, I'm not going there. She wanted him to pull an Eli. He didn't. He eventually got signed. He's proved me wrong. I called him a bust. But good God, that guy and Nick, they're tearing it up.
Oh, yeah. No, I like the fact that they're both, well, number one, they both went to Ohio State.
Yep.
And big DNs, both of them. They both wear the number 97. Because of their dad, John Bosa. John played for Miami back in the day. He was drafted, I think, in 87, something like that. But he was a first-round draft pick, 16th overall. It was John Bosa. So they come from an amazing lineage, but they have a checkered past.
Yes, they do, especially Nick.
Well, but more family-wise.
Yeah, wasn't their grandpa a mobster?
Yes. Yeah, Big Tuna is what they call them. Their great-grandfather was a Chicago mob boss, Tony Argado or something like that, Accadero or some massively Italian mafia name.
Yeah.
Accadero, I think, probably on the mom's side. But, yeah, they called him Big Tuna.
Yeah.
And also their grandfather and great-uncle played in the NFL.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so they come from a long lineage. And, trivia, they are only the second family to have 3 family members drafted in the first round of the NFL draft.
No shit.
Yeah. Do you know who the first one was?
In the NFL?
Into the NFL, all first-round draft picks. So John, Nick, and Joey were all drafted in the first round. There was the first family of 3 NFL players.
I'm going to say the Mannings.
Yep. Archie, Peyton, and Eli.
Yep. Peyton's the best out of the 3.
Yeah, I don't know. Archie was pretty good, man. It was a different game back then. It was a different game back then. But Archie Manning was an amazing player.
He was a saint, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And out of the 2, well, the 3 boys, right? Peyton, Eli, and the unknown one.
Yeah. What's his name?
Cooper. That didn't go. But yeah, Peyton by far is much better than Eli. But yeah, that's the first family of first-round draft picks in the NFL. But I love the fact that they have a great-grandfather that's a mob boss. He died in 92.
Okay.
Yeah, the mob boss died in 92. So, and every family has a checkered past.
Oh, yeah.
You just got to dig deep. But yeah, love them, Joey and Nick.
And then I mentioned Nick because there was he took a lot of shit. Yeah. Because he's a Trump supporter, allegedly. Yeah. So people were giving him shit for that.
Here's who really, come on. It's his personal choice. It's his personal opinion. I mean, if you really get down to it, there's your life is your life away from the field. Whether he likes Trump or not has no bearing on the guy's athletic ability, nor the type of person he is. It just shouldn't matter. So, but people want to take it to the next level and find a reason to dislike or to, hate on or whatever.
Sure.
We all have our opinion of political figures, but that shouldn't play into your opinion of a person.
No, not at all.
You can disagree.
Right.
You're allowed to disagree with someone's political affiliation or religious affiliation or whatever, but it doesn't mean you don't like the person.
No.
So as an athlete, Nick's a stud.
Yeah, Richard Sherman said it too. He said at the end of the day, he's our teammate, he's our football player. Don't necessarily disagree or agree with that side. That's what Sherman said.
Yeah.
But he's a football player.
Shouldn't make any difference.
No.
Doesn't make any difference.
No, I agree. Yep. We're going to step away for just a moment, have a quick little commercial for you. We are Over the Line Sports.
If you have a landscaping issue in need of a checkup, don't wait any longer. Call the doctor.
Paging Dr. Green Thumb. Paging Dr. Green Thumb.
Dr. Green Thumb Landscaping, 503-330-5751. Dr. Green Thumb Landscaping provides services such as yard cleanups, bark dust installation, tree trimming and shrub and bush trimming, flower and tree planting, power washing, mulch, decorative design, mowing services, and much, much more. Dr. Green Thumb Landscaping offers weekly and monthly maintenance plans along with commercial maintenance plans. Don't leave your lawn care and landscaping needs in the hands of anyone else. Dr. Green Thumb Landscaping offers a satisfaction guarantee and will work with you until you have the lawn, garden, and landscaping that you've always dreamt of. Call the doctor, 503-330-5751, or visit them online, drgreenthumblandscaping.com. That's Dr. D-O-C-T-O-R GreenThumbLandscaping.com. Call Billy for a free estimate, 503-330-5751.
Alrighty, folks, we are back. Over the Line Sports. This is episode 7. I appreciate you guys being with me along the journey. Going to continue the show here. We're going to talk a little NHL. I don't know how much you've watched. I've watched
very little NHL.
A bit of here and there. You know, going into the year, I actually had an idea that Colorado might be good just because of kind of the noise they were making last year in the NHL playoffs, kind of getting in last second. They were undefeated for a while. They're now 8-3-2. They've surprised me, I think, the most of the NHL teams. Boston's right up there. I think they've lost one game, but they were really good last year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Buffalo's playing really well.
Yep.
But I think Colorado, because they're so young, Landon Skog is out for a bit, so that kind of hurts them a bit. But I think Colorado, in terms of most surprising, they're my team. What do you think?
I'm going to go with Edmonton, only because it's been a long time since Edmonton has looked down in the Pacific Division.
Probably before I was born.
Yeah, I mean, Edmonton is just really just not, hasn't been good in the past, but they have 3 guys that they really rely on. Obviously, Connor McDavid.
Yep.
I mean, probably one of the best players ever to play the game.
Already,
and he's very, very young. And then you got James Neal, who I've always liked all the way back to the Dallas and Pittsburgh days. I loved him in Vegas.
Yep.
And so he's in Edmonton now. And then Ryan Nugent Hopkins.
Yep.
Another really good player. So after those 3, there's a pretty big dip.
Sure.
In talent. I like Nurse a lot, but after that, so. I'm surprised by Edmonton being on top 9-4-1 right now in the Pacific, and so I don't know how long they're going to stay there, but it's almost like the mania in Edmonton. They're obviously a hockey town and have a huge history of hockey wins, Stanley Cups,
right?
Amazing players going through it all the way back to Messier and Yuri Curry and Gretzky. It's good to see them on top. So that's my surprising pick.
I understand
is Edmonton.
Yeah,
I like to see that.
Connor McDavid was talking about last year, I think, wanting out of there too, just because he was tired of losing.
Well, I would too. And they're not playing. They're not paying him shit. They're paying him $2 million, and right. Nugent Hopkins is I think $6 million a year. Now he's a little bit older than Connor McDavid, but McDavid is only making $2. Not only, I wish I was making $2 million a year, but in comparison to what other players are making, he's not being paid shit. But Edmonton's a small market town.
Right.
It's not a big market. So financially, but I don't blame him.
He'll get a payday, and if it's not from Edmonton, it'll be someone else.
I don't think he'll stay there long. I think he's going to win out.
I would imagine.
But but they're tearing it up right there in the whole Pacific. One of my other most surprising, real quick, is Vegas. How poorly they're doing right now.
They came out of the gate hot.
Yeah, they did. And the problem is when you're riding a coattail like they had when they became an expansion team, Fleury is not playing that great.
Right.
He's not really on top of his game. So I think you'll get it back, but that's my most surprising on the downside.
Yeah.
Oilers on the upside.
Yeah, mine on the downside is actually Tampa Bay.
Oh, yeah.
They lost 16 games last year.
Notice I stay on the West Coast.
Yeah, I see
that.
You
always go someplace else. Yeah, you go east.
Well, Colorado.
Yeah, they don't count. they don't count. I don't know. They're in the Rockies, so they're always high.
They're all yep, that's true.
They're literally
always
not only thanks to John Denver,
right,
and elevation wise, but Poppy and Lego, they're always high.
They're always high.
Oh, it's Toke up, man. Cheech and Chong, baby.
So Tampa Bay, fuck, man, they lost 16 games last year. They're 6-5 right now.
Yeah.
What has happened?
They're losing.
But they have the same team.
It doesn't really matter, though. You can have the same team year after year. It's what the other team learns about you and plays against you.
Yeah.
You can bring the same team, but if a good coach recognizes what you did the year before and they see it again, they will change their coaching tactics.
Sure.
That's a good coach.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So I don't care if they have the same team last year or 2 years ago, whatever. It's kind of going like, let's go to the LA Rams. They tore it up when McVay came in.
Yeah.
And people learned to coach against them. So they don't look as good. And then Jared Goff doesn't look as good because people are playing. Right. They learned his scheme.
Right after they signed him to a big old extension.
And it's not that he's playing worse. Teams are playing better.
Right.
And so you got to kind of, balance that out a bit. Yeah.
Speaking of the Rams, Cooper Kupp.
Love
the guys I loved him.
Oh, yeah, baby.
He's like
Cooper
third
Kupp.
in the league in receiving yard.
Yep. Always liked Cooper Kupp.
One quick other thing before we move on from the NHL. There was a thing I listened to where, talking about Toronto real quick.
Oh, God, is there still a hockey team in there?
Mike Babcock
He's
more
a
or
lunatic,
less
man.
ripped them.
Oh, yeah. Babcock's a lunatic.
One of Toronto's players got jumped, and none of his teammates did anything. And they asked Mike Babcock about that, and he looked at him and said, well, who the fuck's going to do anything? He basically just made him who's tough on their team to stand up for their teammates.
Yeah, well.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, look in the mirror, man. I mean, it's your team. That's the team you put on the ice.
And they have Austin Matthews, who is one of the better players in the league. One of the young guys.
He is. He's got really stupid commercials, but he is. He's a talent, but he needs out of Toronto.
Yeah.
He needs out. It's kind of like McDavid in Edmonton. But, yeah, Babcock has always been like that all the way back to his Spokane Chief days.
Yeah.
Fucking lunatic.
He killed it in Detroit.
He did. But look at who he had to, He came in with a team to take over.
Right.
That's the difference. Detroit had a team to, he had a team to take over. So, we'll find out what old Babcock can put together. A bunch of pillow puff fighters there. They swing at the air and miss.
You gotta have a tough guy, at least one.
Yeah.
But fuck, man, grab your balls. Grab your balls, even if you can't fight. Defend your.
But it's a totally different game nowadays. It's not the same game. So look in the mirror. Blame yourself. Don't unload on the team. Blame yourself.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah.
Switching gears here, NFL.
Yes.
Same question. Who has surprised you the most? We might have the same team. This is on the good swing.
I gotta tell you, man. The Niners.
Yep, mine
are
too.
The most surprising team right now. I love watching them play.
Yep.
They look completely different. It's taken a while.
Yeah.
With Jimmy G finally finding his rhythm. I'm 8-0 Niners. Yep. Most surprising.
I watched them Thursday in Chehalis when I was on a work trip.
Yep.
And Jimmy looked good.
He did.
Some of his decision making has been questionable.
The first half was a little, kind of slow paced, but I just think he's really coming into his own. And you always got to give somebody like that a little time to figure stuff out. I think the expectation was way too high.
Sure.
When he got let go from the Patriots to the Niners, but that's his team now.
Yeah.
That is his team.
Their defense is damn good.
And as much as I dislike Richard Sherman as a player, he's a great human, an amazing human, but I was never a huge fan of Sherman's even in Seattle. It's kind of nice to see him doing better and being one of the leaders of the team. He finally grew out of that immature spastic mentality he had a lot of up there in Seattle, even though he was feared, man.
Oh, my God.
He was feared. Don't go over the middle. I am going to take your head off. But now it's more selective, and I just see the big maturity growth in Sherman there in San Francisco. So it's a great stadium down there in Santa Clara, Levi Stadium.
We went.
Yeah, you and I went there to watch the Patriots play the Niners when what's his face? The guy that everybody forgets. Him.
Yep.
He who shall not be named from the Niners. But, that was fun. And the downpour.
Oh, my God, it poured.
Monsoon poured, and all the Niner fans left, and it was like a Patriot home game.
Yeah.
And there were a ton of Patriot fans there to begin with. But the downpour, man, was like insane.
Yeah, it was nuts.
Everybody, like 40,000 people got up and went to the concourse to get out of the rain.
Yeah.
And I got stuck at I think I was buying food or beer or something, and I couldn't get back to the seat, and I finally come back up there, and you are drenched.
Oh, man.
Because we were not. You had your jersey, that was it.
Yep.
And you were drenched. That was a fun trip, man.
I wasn't leaving.
No, not for what you pay for a ticket.
Hell no. And beer.
Yeah, and beer. It's like we paid $60 to park off site and walk, and then $40 for 2 hot dogs and 2 beers.
Right.
Not to count what we paid for the tickets.
Right.
That was a spendy. And then gas and hotel, man, that was...
We took my car. My defroster shit the bed.
Yeah, so the windows are open there. And we can't really see going over the pass there at Mount Shasta, and driving it. We drove straight home after the game was done. Of course, we had to go to In-N-Out Burger again before we left. But so yes, most surprising team, go Niners. Yep.
You remember what I showed you on the way to San Francisco?
Yeah, that the TV show
House of Cards. Before the whole Kevin Spacey debacle.
Well, we didn't watch it. I listened to it.
You listened, I watched.
Yeah, you watched it, and we had it playing over the car stereo, so we listened to that almost the entire way down.
Yeah.
You drove to the Oregon border, I think, and then I took over and drove all the way down to the Bay Area.
Yeah, we got into Medford.
Yeah. So that was me. So that was a good trip.
Good trip.
Yeah, good trip.
Least surprising, more surprising on the downside, I actually called them to go to the Super Bowl, the Atlanta Falcons.
Yeah, see, mine with the Rams.
Really?
Yeah, even though they're not doing terribly, I thought the Rams would be a little more impressive. Right now, but and I'm not going on what the the win-loss record is.
Sure.
I'm going off of what I see on the field.
Yeah.
Even if they win, it doesn't mean it's a good win.
Right.
Half the time, the other team is just playing like shit. So just because they win doesn't mean it's a good win, and it's not always about the record. So mine would be the Rams.
Yeah. I called Atlanta, man. I said they're going to the Super Bowl this year. Ton of injuries last year, really screwed them over. And God damn it, they're 1-7.
Yeah. Welcome to Georgia.
Welcome to Georgia.
Yeah. Never liked the Falcons anyway.
I like Matt Ryan, Julio Jones.
You like Matt Ryan?
I do.
Really?
BC boy, man. Boston College.
Well, yeah, so was John Bosa, but, that worked out.
I wasn't alive when he was playing.
No, he was drafted in 87.
Yeah. That was a long ways away.
Matt Ryan, yeah, he's okay.
There's a UFC fight tonight.
Yeah. Here's the thing. When you pre-record a show and you're looking at something that's taking place the same day, it kind of sucks.
It does.
And I don't know shit about UFC. I can't even pronounce the names. All I know, it's a bunch of medieval vagrants in the frickin' squared circle beating the shit out of each other.
Right.
Yeah, the only one guy.
I love
Conor McGregor.
Oh, man.
I love the Wild Irishman.
He's coming back.
Other than that, I don't know shit about the UFC.
I love it. Yeah. I don't watch as much as I want to just because I don't have $60 a pop to pay for a pay-per-view.
I know.
But tonight is huge because it's Nate Diaz versus Jorge
Masvidal.
And for anybody that's familiar with him, he is the man that knocked out Ben Askren with a flying knee kick like 2-3 seconds into a fight. I fucking hate Ben Askren. This is for the BMF title, which stands for baddest motherfucker. Because
is that
it's not an official title until tonight.
No, yeah, really? No, I never would have guessed BMF was an official title of the UFC.
But Nate Diaz, after he won his last fight, he called out Masvidal and said, "I'm the baddest motherfucker on the planet." Masvidal responded, said, "Hey, why don't we make a fight for the BMF title? Whoever wins is the baddest motherfucker." The Rock.
Do they get a belt?
They do get a belt. The Rock.
Does it say baddest motherfucker on the belt?
Maybe.
Something you want to, hang in, honor so your 3-year-old child can look at it and go, what does that stand for?
Right. Don't ask, kid. You have to fight
Well, let me tell you, little Masvidal, it means I'm the baddest motherfucker. Kid goes to school. My dad's the baddest motherfucker
on the planet.
Because he's got a belt hanging in our living room. Because he beat up Diaz. I don't know. Okay, yeah.
The Rock will be crowning the champion, which is pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
Madison Square Garden.
That's pretty cool.
Masvidal actually used to do the whole Kimbo thing. He used to backstreet brawl or backyard brawl with people. That's kind of how he started. Originally, this fight wasn't going to happen because Diaz had failed a drug test. Basically, tweeted it saying that he failed a drug test. He's pissed. He's calling everybody out saying, I didn't do this shit. It actually came out that he was cleared to compete because the test had traces of LGD 4033, which is related to a tainted batch of organic vegan multivitamins. So there wasn't any performance-enhancing drugs there.
So the guy is taking organic vegan vitamins.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's the difference between organic and vegan? What the hell is a vegan multivitamin?
I couldn't tell you.
I mean, seriously, I don't know what... Okay.
But anyway.
Well, good for him. I mean, he's cleared, so now he's...
oh, man, this fight's going to be big.
Get away from the organic vegan vitamins.
You know, yesterday I thought it was Saturday. I'm like, oh, who's watching the fight tonight? And I was called a clown because the fight isn't until tonight.
So tonight, which is Saturday. You're doing this on November 2nd.
Yes.
Yeah,
I got my dates confused.
The fight is tonight.
So big fight there.
Well, Diaz is 20-11 and Masvidal is 34-13.
Yeah.
So, you know, they're comparable. Masvidal is more experienced than Diaz.
Right.
So who you picking?
I like Masvidal. I think his striking is going to
You don't want the organic vegan multivitamin
Well,
guy?
I mean, I have nothing against the organic vitamin necessarily. I think Masvidal's crazy, though.
You're just taking the backstreet brawler.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm taking the guy that used to beat the shit out of people in their own backyard.
I'm taking The Rock.
You want... shit.
I think The Rock could kill both of them.
Do you think if he was a UFC fighter, he would, like, pull, like, The Rock bottom and grab people and slam them onto the canvas?
Well, you do what you do, man. You do what you know how to do.
Speaking of that...
I don't know if he would do that well. It's almost like Rocky. You remember in the old Rock, whatever, movie number Rocky was when he took on, Thunder Lips.
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan.
Right.
Old Hogan was doing the wrestling shit on him. I think that's what The Rock would do in UFC.
That would be so funny.
I don't think he would win, though.
Probably not.
I think he would get his ass kicked, but it would be a very entertaining...
But he is so strong.
Well, it's almost like watching Tanya Harding box.
Right.
Putting that knee clubber in the ring. And I would love to watch, like, her take on, like, Tanya Harding and Ronda Rousey.
Oh, my God.
I would love to watch, because... Tanya obviously is not a fighter, and
right.
It's kind of like when they had the celebrity boxing thing, and Danny Bonaducci was in there fighting, Barry Williams from the Brady Bunch. So you got the Partridge Family fighting the Brady Bunch, and Bonaducci was, in the day taking like horse tranquilizers and shit. And so you got the Brady Bunch and the Partridge Family, and they're just swinging. There's no technique. It's just like full-on swinging. Celebrity boxing was probably one of the best shows ever because they looked like they were just completely inept at everything. Everything. And so you got
awesome.
Bonaducci swinging.
Right.
I mean, he probably gave the first 4 rows a cold because he was swinging at so much air. And Barry Williams, I don't think Barry knew what gloves were for. And I think Bonaducci actually knocked him out. I hope he did because it's hilarious. But it just kind of reminds me of, you got to compete against those of equal talent to get better. And Tanya Harding fighting Ronda Rousey, I would love. Because Nancy Kerrigan was, she wasn't any competition because they had a fucking club.
Right.
And they hit her in the knee and stuff. But yeah, Tanya Harding living in a trailer park, living on welfare, trying to make a comeback, and goes, I want to get in a boxing ring and fight someone.
Oh my God, Rousey would destroy her.
Love it. But no, I mean, she did box. I don't think she won anything, thank God. But yeah, that's kind of what it reminds me of is,
I don't know,
celebrity
man.
boxing match.
The Rock is so strong.
He is massive. Yeah.
I mean, Brock Lesnar made the transition, but he was also a wrestler in college.
But I think Lesnar is also bigger than The Rock.
No, The Rock's bigger than him.
Really?
Yeah, The Rock's taller. I think.
Maybe taller, but I don't know if he's wider, man. Lesnar is freaking massive.
The Rock. I'm a big guy, not muscle wise, but.
But you're big. But
The Rock is like 2 of me probably.
Yeah, I've never seen him in person. I just kind of see
he's like
the.
6'5".
Is he that big?
Yeah.
I didn't think he was that tall.
He's Samoan descent too.
Yeah, well, Jimmy Snuka, the wrestler, was his uncle. His father was a wrestler.
Great grandfather too, I believe.
Great grandfather.
Yeah.
Big Samoan family. But yeah, I always liked The Rock.
Yeah, he's a really good person.
He's a really bad actor.
No, he's not.
Oh, come on.
I love. He's a great actor.
No.
I will argue this all day.
No.
He is a great actor.
How can you say he's a great... Cary Grant was a great actor.
The Rock?
The Rock is not an actor.
Is a great actor.
So I think Arnold Schwarzenegger, you thought was a great actor?
No.
How about Jesse the Body Ventura?
He's not good.
Come on, Jesse the Body.
Arnold Schwarzenegger is hilarious.
I'll be back.
Yeah.
Idiot actor.
Have you seen Jingle All the Way?
I saw Kindergarten Cop and I almost threw up.
That's a great movie.
I have a headache. It's a tumor. It's not a tumor. I don't have
a tumor.
It's not a tumor. No, it's not a British accent. It's not a tumor. Not a tumor. And Conan the Barbarian, I think he had 3 words in that. Athletes have a hard time becoming actors. Anyway, that's for another show.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll go all day about this.
Yeah, okay, that's the next show. I will go toe-to-toe with you on celebrities that have become actors and have absolutely shit the bed.
I'll go all day.
Okay, let's
The
move
Rock's
on.
my guy.
Okay, let's move on.
Last segment of the day, my favorite one.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Chug or pass.
Oh, God.
What do you got in that cup?
Chuggable.
Okay.
Things that are chuggable.
I have a frappe.
Okay, no, mine's not quite frappe. I don't have a frappe.
I was in a pinch, so I needed coffee.
Yeah, okay. All right, chug or pass. Here we go.
San Francisco will make it to the Super Bowl.
I don't think they will.
I don't think they will.
I don't think they will. I think they're going to get knocked off eventually. Yeah. So I'm going to pass on that.
I think they're going to hit some. They haven't played Seattle yet.
Well, no, but
they got 2 more games against them.
Yeah,
they're going to lose one of those.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to make it. I would love it, but I don't think they're not. It's not their year yet.
No,
not yet. Give it time.
Golden State will miss the playoffs.
Nope, they're making it.
You think so?
Yep, I'm checking.
Steph Curry broke his hand.
That's okay. They don't need Curry.
They need him.
No, they don't. They're all good. Curry can go play his miniature golf game.
We're going to see Kerr get fired by the end of the year. I'm calling that now.
I've never been a big fan of his, but I would like to see Golden State. I know a lot of people would like to see them miss the playoffs, but I got hope. I don't like them. I thought Curry's golf show was a disaster. Stupid shit. Okay. I chugged on that, by the way.
Okay. New England's going to go undefeated.
Ooh.
N'Keal Harry just got activated off IR, so he should play tomorrow. They're as healthy as they've ever been.
No.
Minus Isaiah Webb.
They're not going to go into.
You don't think so?
I don't think
That's
so.
That's a pass.
Yeah, it's a pass.
You're chugging.
Yeah, I'm thirsty.
The Tampa Bay Lightning, going back to hockey, they're going to miss the playoffs.
Guaranteed.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Tom Brady, fuck, I don't even know why I put this in here.
I don't either.
He's not fucking leaving.
He's not leaving.
Adam Schefter. No. I really like Adam Schefter, but god damn it.
No, he's not leaving.
What the fuck kind of prediction is that? Oh, he's either going to leave?
I think that's ridiculous. I think people are putting so much into the Belichick Brady thing, the feud, whatever the hell you want to call it. I don't know. Brady's not. He's going to retire
before he leaves New England.
Yeah. Whether he's selling his house and
he just bought a new one in Connecticut.
Come on. No, he's not leaving. I don't want to see another Brett Favre.
No.
I don't want to see it. Just retire once, stay retired. No, Brady's not leaving New England.
I agree.
Nope, he's staying.
Patrick Mahomes will come back from his dislocated knee and win the MVP title.
I think, he's certainly going to come back. I don't think he's going to win the MVP.
I think Russell Wilson's going to win.
Yeah, Wilson is on a tear.
Oh my god!
And as much as I love Mahomes, I did from day one. I don't think he's going to win MVP. I think Wilson is definitely in the running. Of course, he always got Brady. Again.
Rodgers.
The old man. Rodgers is not a big fan of, but he plays really well. So I think Mahomes is in really good company. But no. No,
you don't think so?
No MVP.
All right.
Am I missing some chugs here?
No.
I'm thirsty.
Chug or pass?
I'm still thirsty.
Okay. So a quick little segment. Got a couple more here.
I thought we were done.
Oh, we are almost done.
Okay, hurry up. I got things to do.
Georgia, Florida. Who you got? Let's see.
Well, that's a really good band. Florida Georgia Line.
Okay.
Just throwing it out there.
I don't like.
Oh, you're talking about football?
I'm talking about football.
Come on, man. That's a good band.
No.
Come on.
No.
Yeah, I'm going to have the producer put some Florida Georgia Line.
Talk to me about some rap and hip hop and
which I will never do.
Right.
Never do. So what do you want? Florida, Georgia.
It's in Florida.
I'm going Gators. Gators knocked off Auburn, which is great. They took LSU
to the wire.
They really tested LSU. So I'm going Gators 27-20.
I'm going to go Georgia 21-24.
Okay.
I think Oregon has a chance to make the playoff. Just real quick, LSU and Alabama have to play each other this year. Notre Dame really fucking shit the bed last week. They had an opportunity to jump back in, but they didn't.
Yep.
I think Oregon, if they stay strong, a couple losses by some key teams, I think they might get in.
I think they might, but I don't think it's going to be based on how Oregon does. I think it's based on how other teams do.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree.
Yeah, so it's kind of questionable.
My worry is a committee will love to put Alabama and LSU back in the playoff, even though one of them will lose, because they play each other.
Yep.
If one of them ends the season poorly, we'll see, but we'll see. All right, folks. Well, that's all I got.
Thank goodness.
I appreciate you guys. If you could like, subscribe, hit the little bell so when I upload a new episode, you can get the notification. Comment, tell me how I'm doing, and we'll be back in a couple weeks.
Can they email you somewhere? What's your email address?
OverTheLineSportsTalkShow @gmail.com.
There you go. If you want any topics covered, if you want to be on the show, Ryan now has phone call capabilities. You can actually interview people on the phone. So drop him an email and support, do all that kind of stuff that I don't do on YouTube. I just don't do it.
Fair enough. All right, folks. Take care.